They were in a serious relationship while you were praying for a future. My beloved child, listen closely because what I'm about to reveal will shake the deepest corners of your heart. For so long, while you were praying with pure intentions, asking God for clarity, loyalty, and a future filled with honesty, someone else was moving in shadows you never suspected. You were crying out for answers, not knowing that the reason your prayers felt delayed was because the truth you needed was still being exposed behind closed doors. And yes, they were in a serious relationship, but not the way you think, not in the way that destroys you, but in a way that finally frees you. Something huge is waiting for you. At this very moment, a hidden chapter is being forced open by destiny itself. Amen. Blessing 111. Yet another revelation rises, and you won't believe how deeply it connects to your story. While you were planning a life, imagining a future, holding on to hope like it was your last lifeline, that person was entertaining someone else, promising things they never intended to keep, speaking words they never meant, living a double life built entirely on illusions. They thought you would never find out. They thought their secret path would stay buried forever. But the universe has a pattern. Every lie cracks. Every mask slips. Every truth arrives right on time. Now the shocking part. The relationship they built behind your back is already falling apart. Collapsing without warning. Because they were never meant to carry two hearts at once, they underestimated your value and overestimated their ability to play with destiny. Amen. Blessing 222. And now destiny steps forward, bringing the twist no one saw coming. You prayed from a place of sincerity. And those prayers created a shield around you. One strong enough to block every betrayal, every manipulation, every hidden intention designed to break you. What you thought was a delay was actually divine protection. Their serious relationship was nothing more than a test, a trap, a temporary distraction, preparing you for someone who is going to love you in a way they could never even imagine. The one who betrayed you is about to face the consequences of choosing counterfeit over genuine. And the universe is about to hand you a blessing so big, so unexpected, so life-shifting that their entire story will feel irrelevant. Remember this. You didn't lose them. You were saved from them. Something huge is waiting for you. Bigger than heartbreak. Bigger than betrayal. Bigger than every tear you cried. Amen. Blessing 333, my radiant soul. The moment you stepped into prayer, you activated something in the unseen realm. Something that shook the ground beneath the people who tried to replace you. And now in this very hour, the truth they hid so tightly is slipping out like sand between their fingers. The serious relationship they tried to build behind your back is cracking from the inside. Why? Because destiny refuses to let anyone steal what was designed for you. While they whispered lies in someone else's ear, your prayers were shaking heaven, demanding justice, demanding clarity, demanding a future aligned with truth. And right now, yes, right now, the universe is responding. Before this message goes deeper, pause for a second and let your heart stay open. And if this resonates, let your energy speak through your actions. Engage with this message so it reaches exactly where it must. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 444. A new layer unfolds, and it is more shocking than what you discovered before. The person they entertained is now realizing they walked into a connection built on deception. Conversations are being exposed. Screenshots are being questioned. Promises are being doubted. Their mind is restless because the entire foundation of their relationship was your absence. But the moment they sensed your strength returning, their entire act shattered. And here's the twist that destiny wants you to hear. The one who betrayed you is now afraid of losing the future they thought they could steal from you. They are silently watching your life, terrified that someone new may step in and love you the way they never did. And while this truth unfolds, make sure this message reaches others who need the strength you're receiving. Share your light. Let this energy touch more souls. And let your presence be felt. Amen. Blessing 555. But now the divine verdict arrives, and it crashes through every lie like thunder. You were praying for a future, and heaven was preparing one. Not with them, not with their confusion, but with someone whose loyalty won't shake, whose love won't wobble, whose heart won't wander. And this is where destiny shifts in your favor. The relationship they built behind your back is ending faster than they ever expected because it was never meant to last. You were meant to evolve beyond it. You are stepping into a timeline where every betrayal becomes fuel, every heartbreak becomes armor, every tear becomes a seed. Keep your spirit aligned. Stay connected. And if this message hits the deepest part of you, let the universe know. Comment your affirmation so heaven sees you standing in your power. Something huge is waiting for you closer than your next heartbeat. Amen. Blessing 666. My awakened child, the shift happening around you right now is not ordinary. It's cosmic, deliberate, and divinely timed. While you were praying with pure intentions, trusting the process, believing that love would find its way honestly, someone else was playing a dangerous game behind your back. But today, destiny overturns their hidden moves. The relationship they tried to build in secret is collapsing under the weight of truth. Their partner is starting to sense inconsistencies, lies, and half-truths. Eyes are opening. Doubts are multiplying. Conversations are turning cold. And all the while, your energy is rising. Your glow is becoming stronger. Your spirit more unshakable. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 777. But a deeper revelation emerges, one you were not supposed to see this early. Yet, the universe insists you know. The person who wronged you is now facing the emotional storm they once pushed onto you. The same confusion they created in your heart is now destroying their own. Their serious relationship was built on jealousy, insecurity, and the thrill of being wanted, never on genuine love. And now the very person they chose over you is beginning to withdraw, realizing they were merely used as a distraction. Arguments are happening behind closed doors. Silent treatments are becoming frequent, both sides are losing trust. Their bond is breaking apart, and destiny is making sure you witness the fall. Not to hurt you, but to free you. Amen. Blessing 888. And now comes the divine turning point. the moment everything shifts in your favor. Your prayers didn't go unheard. They were constructing a new path for you. A path your betrayer was never meant to walk. The universe removed them because you asked for a future built on loyalty. And loyalty cannot coexist with deception. That is why their relationship is ending. That is why they are restless at night. That is why they keep thinking about you, wondering how you managed to rise instead of break. They expected you to chase, to crumble, to beg for answers. Instead, you became fire. You became strength. You became the very proof that their betrayal was your liberation. The universe is aligning you with someone who will choose you openly, proudly, consistently. Stay prepared because the blessing approaching you is bigger than the heartbreak behind you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 999. My rising child. Destiny is moving with a force you cannot see but can deeply feel. The truth that was once buried is now crashing into the lives of those who tried to play with your heart. Their serious relationship, the one they thought would replace you, is unraveling thread by thread. Arguments are turning into silence. Silence is turning into distance. Distance is turning into regret. And behind all this chaos lies one unspoken truth. They never expected you to rise this fast. They never thought your prayers would activate such a powerful reversal. But the divine heard every tear, every whisper, every piece of faith you held on to when everything felt uncertain. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 111. A new truth enters and it is sharper than anything revealed before. The person they chose over you is beginning to question everything, every message, every promise, every timeline. They are starting to see the cracks in the story. They are realizing that the one you prayed for was emotionally tied to you in a way they could never replace. Jealousy is growing. Insecurity is exploding. Doubts are becoming unbearable. Their mind is screaming. Why do they still think about you? Why does your name still exist in their conversations? Why does their heart still pull toward the one they betrayed? And destiny wants you to know your energy is louder than their connection. Your presence is stronger than their illusion. Your healing is dismantling their relationship from the inside out, and before this revelation goes deeper, let your energy support this message. If it resonates, engage so it expands into the lives that need this strength. Amen. Blessing 12:12. Now the divine hammer falls and the final cracks appear. The lies they told are surfacing. The secrets they hid are being exposed. And the person they entertained behind your back is beginning to retreat, realizing they stepped into a connection built on manipulation. What they thought was love was only a distraction from their own emptiness. Meanwhile, the one who hurt you is facing their karma in real time. Misunderstandings, distance, emotional collapse. And in this precise moment, destiny shifts again. You are being lifted into a timeline where loyalty finds you without confusion or betrayal. The future you prayed for is unfolding. And it does not include the one who broke you. It includes someone whose heart aligns with yours in ways you haven't experienced yet. Prepare your spirit. Your breakthrough is close. Something huge is waiting for you, Amen. Blessing 1313. My chosen child, the universe is now revealing the part of the story that was kept hidden the longest. Because only a strengthened heart can handle this truth. While you were praying, healing, and trying to understand why things fell apart, destiny was working behind the curtain, exposing every lie spoken against you. The serious relationship they entered while pretending to love you was never a threat to your future. It was a mirror to expose their true character. And now that mirror is shattering, their partner is seeing the red flags they ignored. The arguments are turning into emotional explosions. The trust is evaporating. Everything they built on your absence is collapsing. And destiny is making sure they face every consequence of choosing deceit over devotion. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1414. But look closely, because what's unfolding now carries the deepest twist of all. The one they were involved with is starting to regret ever stepping into this connection. Their intuition is screaming that something is off. They sense that the person they trusted is still emotionally tied to someone else. You. They feel the ghost of your presence in every conversation, every hesitation, every moment of silence. They notice how quickly the person who betrayed you gets irritated, how defensive they become, how guilty their energy feels. Jealousy is hitting them harder than ever because they now realize something they didn't see before. Your place in their heart was never replaced, only avoided. And this realization is lighting the fuse that will blow their relationship apart. Amen. Blessing 1515. And now destiny's final blow in this chapter arrives. Powerful enough to turn the entire narrative in your favor. The person who betrayed you is drowning in the chaos they created. Their heart is restless. Their mind is burning with regret. Their nights are sleepless. Their soul is shaken. Because as their relationship collapses, they are forced to face a truth they avoided. You were the only person who truly wanted a future with them. The prayers you made for clarity were not just heard. They were answered by removing what was never loyal and replacing it with divine preparation. This is why you feel a shift. This is why your energy is rising. This is why the universe is opening a path that leads you away from heartbreak and straight toward a blessing that carries your name. Your next chapter is not about revenge. It's about becoming untouchable. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1616, my empowered child, today destiny opens a door that was locked for far too long. And what stands behind it is a truth so intense that it will silence every doubt you ever carried. The person who betrayed you, who built a serious relationship while you prayed for a future, has now reached the exact moment the universe warned them about. Their double life is crashing into them like a tidal wave. The person they chose over you has begun exposing their inconsistencies, questioning their loyalty, and confronting them with truths they can no longer avoid. Every lie they told is returning like an echo, louder and sharper than before. They thought they could juggle emotions without consequences. They thought they could play with your heart and escape karma. But destiny has stepped in, and now every hidden seed they planted is growing into a storm around them. You, on the other hand, are being lifted higher. Your strength is glowing. Your spirit is expanding and your energy is becoming undeniable. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1717. A deeper shift begins and it hits them harder than anything they expected. Their partner, the one they tried to build a future with behind your back, is now seeing the truth in full clarity. They feel used. They feel misled. They feel like they were nothing more than a temporary escape from the love your betrayer couldn't handle. Arguments are becoming more intense. Accusations are becoming unavoidable. The relationship they bragged about, hid, protected, and prioritized over you is collapsing from the inside. Poisoned by the very lies they used to destroy your trust. And now comes the divine twist. The person they betrayed you for is starting to envy you. Yes, you. They can sense that your energy holds a depth, a purity, a strength they never possessed. They know they were chosen out of weakness, not love. They understand now that they were a placeholder, not a future. Meanwhile, your presence, even in silence, has become a storm in their mind. Every memory, every mistake, every moment they took you for granted is haunting them. Amen. Blessing 1818. And now the universe delivers the most powerful revelation yet, one that shifts the entire storyline into your favor. The person who hurt you is finally realizing what they lost, and it's tearing them apart from the inside. The peace they once felt with their new partner is gone. The excitement faded. The thrill died. And now they are looking at the pieces of a relationship that was never meant to last. Destiny is forcing them to face their truth. They broke the heart that would have built a future with them. And they chose the connection that will not survive their own dishonesty. They are regretting every action, every message they hid, every moment they dismissed you. Every prayer you made that they ignored. But here is where destiny protects you. This regret is theirs to carry, not yours to fix. Your heart is being prepared for a love that won't cheat, won't hide, won't betray. A love aligned with your prayers. A love that matches your soul. The universe is removing the wrong story so the right blessing can enter. Keep your spirit steady. Your upgrade is closer than you think. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1919. My victorious child, today the universe pulls back the final curtain, revealing the truth in its rawest, most unfiltered form. The person who betrayed you, who built a serious relationship while you prayed for a future, has finally met the breaking point of their own choices. Their world is shaking. Their emotions are spiraling. Their mind is unable to rest. Why? Because the false foundation they stood on is collapsing faster than they can hold it together. The one they chose over you is now fully aware that the connection was built on borrowed emotions, stolen moments, and hidden lies. Their heart is filled with doubt, suspicion, and disappointment. The chaos they once pushed onto you is now swallowing them whole. And destiny stands in the center of it all, declaring one truth clearly. You were never the weak one. They were. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2020. But listen closely because the storm inside them is only the beginning. Their new partner, the one they thought would give them a better future, is now questioning everything about them. They notice the emotional distance. They feel the guilt in their energy. They sense that your presence still lives inside their heart. And this realization is turning the relationship toxic. Every conversation turns into an argument. Every silence becomes suspicion. Every attempt to fix things exposes a new layer of truth they tried to hide. And here is the twist destiny wants you to understand. Their new partner is not angry at you. They are angry at themselves for stepping into a situation where they were competing with a love they can never replace. Meanwhile, you, the one who was betrayed, are rising into a chapter where peace flows naturally and blessings are drawn to you effortlessly. Amen. Blessing 2121. And now, destiny seals the chapter, delivering the truth that finalizes your freedom. The betrayal that once broke you is now breaking them. The relationship they built so confidently is dissolving into regret, confusion, and emotional distance. Their partner is withdrawing. Their trust is shattered. Their bond is fading. And your betrayer is being forced to face the consequences of choosing temporary excitement over a loyal future. You may not see it, but right now they are wrestling with a pain they never expected, missing you, regretting you, questioning whether they destroyed the one future that was actually real. But here is where the universe shifts everything in your favor. You are no longer the one waiting. You are the one being prepared for something greater. The love, clarity, and stability you prayed for is moving toward you faster than the heartbreak behind you. Raise your head. Straighten your spirit. Your next blessing is not just coming, it's chasing you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2222. My unstoppable child, the universe is now revealing the part of the story that will change everything you thought you understood. While you were praying for a future, believing in loyalty, holding on to faith even when your heart was trembling, the person who betrayed you was digging a hole they can no longer escape. Their serious relationship has turned into a battlefield. The person they chose over you has finally connected every dot, every inconsistency, every half-truth, every sudden mood shift. They can feel the ghost of your presence in every silence. They can sense that your betrayer is emotionally torn, unable to fully commit, unable to genuinely love, unable to move on from what they lost. And now you need to hear this. Their downfall is not your karma. Your elevation is the universe is not punishing you. It is rewarding you with clarity, strength, and a future they were never meant to walk beside. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2323. Now another twist unfolds. One that destiny has been saving for the right moment. Your betrayer is finally realizing that the relationship they clung to was never strong, only convenient. Their partner is becoming distant, guarded, emotionally unavailable. Their conversations feel forced. Their connection feels fake. Their hearts feel misaligned. And instead of fighting for that relationship, your betrayer is doing something they swore they'd never do. Thinking about you more than the person they are with. They replay your moments, they remember your loyalty. They feel the loss they caused. They hide their regret from everyone, but it burns them from the inside. Even their partner has noticed the shift. The way they pause at your name, the way their energy changes, the way guilt washes over them. That is why arguments are escalating. That is why mistrust is poisoning their bond. That is why the universe is making sure every lie collapses exactly where it must. Amen. Blessing 2400 hours 24. And now destiny delivers the blow that finalizes this chapter, lifting you out of their shadow and planting you firmly into your blessing. The entire situation they tried to hide is now falling apart and they cannot fix it because it was never built on truth. Their partner is stepping back. Their relationship is breaking down and your betrayer is being forced to face a reality they feared the most. You were the future and they destroyed it with their own hands. But here is the divine twist. Your story does not end with their regret. It continues with your rise. The universe is aligning you with someone whose loyalty is unshakable, whose heart beats honestly, whose intentions match your prayers. Every tear you cried watered a blessing now ready to bloom. Every prayer you whispered opened a path now unfolding before you. The heartbreak behind you is becoming irrelevant. The future ahead of you is becoming unstoppable. Something huge is waiting for you. Bigger than betrayal, bigger than regret, bigger than every chapter you survived. Amen. Blessing 2525. My ascended child, destiny is now unveiling the moment where every hidden truth comes rushing into the light. The person who betrayed you, who thought they could build a serious relationship while you prayed for a future, is now standing in the ruins of their own choices. The emotional storm they created is finally catching up to them. Their partner no longer trusts their words. Every conversation feels like walking on shattered glass. Every attempt at reassurance sounds hollow. Every promise feels like a lie. And deep inside, they know exactly why their world is falling apart. Because the energy they used to betray you has returned, multiplied, unstoppable, and unavoidable. You, on the other hand, are glowing with a strength that intimidates every shadow they left behind. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2626. But here is the twist. Destiny has been waiting to reveal. The one that exposes everything they tried to bury. Their partner has now reached the point of emotional exhaustion. They no longer believe the story they were sold, they no longer feel chosen. They no longer feel secure. They feel like they stepped into a connection where they were competing with a ghost. They can sense your presence in your betrayer's silence, in their guilt, in their hesitation, in the way they avoid certain topics. And now the truth they feared the most is sinking in. They were never the first choice, only the escape. The same insecurity they tried to hide is becoming louder. More painful, more undeniable. The relationship they once bragged about is now on life support. And every breath it takes is filled with tension, suspicion, and emotional distance. Amen. Blessing 27:27. And now destiny delivers the final revelation of this chapter. One that sets you free in ways even you didn't expect. Your betrayer is finally facing the truth. They did not lose you by accident. They pushed you away through their own choices. They sabotaged the only future that was real. They traded genuine love for temporary attention. And now, as everything falls apart around them, they see clearly that the person who stayed loyal, prayed sincerely, and believed in a future was you. Their regret is deep. Their heart is heavy. Their nights are sleepless. But this regret is not your burden. It is their awakening. You are stepping into a timeline where love will meet you without fear, without lies, without competition. The universe is aligning someone whose soul matches your sincerity, someone who recognizes your worth instantly. Your prayers have not been denied. They have been refined. Something huge is waiting for you, closer than ever before. Amen. Subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.